One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will take the field first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Armstrong. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play, it's a 1st down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Bussey. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Reed. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Into the end zone. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And the Wildcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hands it off on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game we go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Throwing right. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, they're after him. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll move the tight end. The give to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll run the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Kentucky right back to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, going up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilmore. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fighting off the defender.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage?
It feels like everything this play caller is called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking for room. It's Cox. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Coming out with it, it's Wallace. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at him. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Reed. They've got the screen set up. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We're going to try to get it himself. Ball is free. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The hand to the running back. And the ball squirted out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the Aggies now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Makes it past the marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
To throw, it's Reed. Right on target this time. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Gets the back moving. He'll set up to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Slips a tackle. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sack.
He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything. Throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Hart. Get it out on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Just a little off. Incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The short hands, it's Bussey. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Hart. Buys a little time with his feet. Running into the open space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Cox. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll go to the toss. Finding open areas. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He is going nowhere. At the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Hart. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was...
There he goes! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Took a shot as he threw.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Wants to throw. It's Hart. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Heaves it on the run. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Hart. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
31, Kentucky, 0.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Armstrong. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
That's caught. It's Cox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Cox. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Sends it back in motion. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Cox. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. He's looking to throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. And the Wildcats are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Takes the handoff. It's Wallace. got the first down and more. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Quarterback running on the draw. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Some misdirection with the counter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Well, they decide to go onside kicking. How about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the air, it's Ward. Gets it out fast. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Carr. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll take another shot here. He's got it on the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Fitted in the window for the score.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Finds his man, it's Bussey. They'll make the stop about... yards short of the 1st down. And for the 5th time, the offense will go for it on 4th down. 2 for 4 so far. Motion from the back. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Grabbed behind the line, it's Norman. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's on target and complete. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.